Years seem to pass as time took its toll. You're here at last, so why must you go? But tonight you belong to me, yeah. Yes, tonight you belong to me. Tonight you belong to me, sweetie. Oh, get out of here. Oh, go ahead. Don't say I love you, baby. Love isn't sorrow and pain. I hope and pray this never happens again. That old Paul Stanley, he sure has a lot of issues. I hope and pray this never happens again. That's a great, breakup line. Not only do I not want to go out anymore, I hope and pray I never have to go through this again. Dating you. I hope and pray this never happens again. Oh, it's Gwen. BOOZHOO, Gwen. Gwen's here, sweetie.
Hey, tell her I said good morning.
Nana BOOZHOO says good morning to Gwen Carly. Hoka hey. What was the other song I was singing yesterday? Dancing, I should be dancing. I should be dancing. I should be ooh, ooh, ooh. The gray goose is gone, got a lion on my hand, Charlie on my back. John, I'm only dancing. John, I'm only dancing. David Bowie, man. David Bowie. Rest in peace. But that's not what this show is about. Hello, everybody. Should I get the shows rolling? The BOOZHOO crew is going to come streaming in any minute now.
Yeah, we're a little early.
Yeah, but Gwen's here, so why don't we start the show?
Okay.
And I'll start it with an intro song. BOOZHOO! Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibway language and culture. I am Natasha. Natasha Nindijanakaz. Natasha is my name. And over here, we've got the star of the show, Mr. NANABOOZHOO. BOOZHOO, sweetie. Say hello.
BOOZHOO, everybody. How you doing?
And over here, we got Michael Lyons, the cartoonist, the rock star cartoonist himself. Mr. Michael Lyons, would you like to say hello to the people, Michael?
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
And, for anyone new to the show, we're a show about Ojibway language and culture and whatever. This is a live stream on a little platform called YouTube. I don't know if you if you're watching this, yeah, I guess you know about YouTube, but you could just turn on a camera and do a show, and it's like you got your own TV show, huh, sweetie?
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I feel like we're Regis and Kathy Lee.
Yeah, I'm Kathy Lee. Kathy Lee Gifford. Is she still alive?
I think she is. I think he's dead.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Regis. Rest in peace, Regis. It could have been easy going through life with a name like Regis. Like did Regis's mom just hate him? It's like, here's your baby. Here's your wonderful baby, Mrs. Philman. And she's like, oh, he's ugly. I don't like him. I'm going to call him Regis. Well, no, it's your baby. Give him a good name. Forget it. Regis. And, oh, look at this. It's Brandy Marie. She says, me no giga shame. BOOZHOO, Brandy Marie. Good morning. And Jessica Wabooz. Jessica Waboose is back, of course. It couldn't be a show without Jessica Waboose. Good morning, sweetheart. Jessica's here, sweetie.
Bonjour, Jessica.
Yeah, so today, what's going on today?
Oh, I don't know. Did you want to teach an Ojibwe word of the day?
Seems like a plan. Well, we can start with the day of the week, I suppose. Ishwa Anama E Good. This is the day after prayer day, or Monday. Ishwa Anama E Good. And today, I would like to tell the Arazuke, the traditional Anishinaabe Debajimoen, the traditional Indian story about how Monday got its name. You see, back in the days of the grandfathers.
Are you going to tell the story?
I was hoping I could just think of something on the fly, but I got no story. I don't think there is. I mean, I guess I came up with that word in boarding school. Well, yesterday was prayer day, so today's the day after, I guess. And this has been the story about that day after prayer day. I don't know. But yeah, so it's Monday. And what we got going on today, sweetie?
On Monday? Well, it finally rained last night.
I know, huh? Man, we needed it. Oh, listen to me. I sound just like my grandma. Well, we needed it. It's been really dry around here. The grass is all just yellow. And so anyway.
Yeah, so it rained, so I thought we could, or I would probably mow the lawn.
Oh, yeah. Mow the lawn today. Do we got any gigs or anything we got to think about?
I don't think so.
All right. Oh, God. We got the email from Amazon today saying they're going to give us money in the next 3 to 5 days, but they never tell us how much until we get the deposit.
Yeah, I know. I hate that.
Anyway, want to say miigwech to everyone who bought a book this month from Michael Lyons. I'm going to say thank you for you, okay?
Yeah, sure.
So this show kind of got its start when Michael was drawing cartoons that would teach the Ojibway word of the day. And he had a comic strip he called Ojiberish. And let's take a look at one of his comic strips. Wisakode Winini. A Wisakode Winini. Have you ever wondered? I'm sure you have, as we all have from time to time. What would a baby between Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox look like? You know? Nobody ever understood their relationship. But Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox, if they had a baby, that baby would be of a mixed ancestry. You know, Paul Bunyan is from the Nephilim or something. I think he's Tartarian. He's a giant. So there's Paul Bunyan. He might be Scandinavian giant. You know, he's got mixed ancestry. And Babe, well, Babe's a blue ox. So their little baby would be called Wisakode Winini. She would be a person of mixed ancestry. And she would say, oh, what's going on here? Why am I part blue ox and part giant Nephilim, Tartarian, Norwegian? Wisakode Winini, a person of mixed ancestry. And are you a person of mixed ancestry? You might say, oh, what is that? And I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure if this is how you spell ancestry. I'm not a good speller, and I was making this label this morning, and I went, is that how you spell it? That's how I spelled it before, when, not me, but that's how Michael spelled it, but it looks weird. I want to spell it like ancestori or something. But anyway, Wisakode Winini, are you a Wisakode Winini? Do you have like Anishinaabe people on one side and Chamokaman on the other side? Are you a little bit Spanish? Are you a little bit Mexican? Are you a little bit Mukadewias? Are you a little bit African American? You could be a person of mixed ancestry. That's where your ancestors come from different groups. And this is what makes America great. Nah. Oh, it's the melting pot. Look at us. We're just melting. Oh, I'm melting. That was always kind of a weird moment.
What's that?
Remember that scene in The Wizard of Oz when they throw water on the witch and she starts to die like it's acid? But what does she say? No, I'm melting. And she melts down into the ground. She just kind of dissolves. And the last thing she says is, oh, what a world. You go, what? That's so strange. I mean, great last words. I'm melting. Oh, what a world. But you go, is that code word? What were they trying to say there? If you throw water on a witch, it's like you're putting out a fire, or doesn't that kind of dispel a lie? Throw water on it or something? I think that's an old saying of some kind. But they throw water on her and, oh, I'm melting. And The Wizard of Oz is a big American movie. It was like they're trying to reinvent. I don't know if they're reinventing, but it's except for the lion. But like having scarecrows and being in Kansas. It was set in the United States. And like Oz kind of represents gold, I think. Or no, wait, it's emeralds. But OZ is like there's some secret messages in The Wizard of Oz. And you wonder, what does that mean? The melting pot. She's melting, so she dies. But then America is the melting pot. Do people come here to die? What am I talking about?
I don't know.
Wisakode Winini. Oh, but anyway, the whole point of this was Michael's got some books on sale at Amazon.com. And he's got, if you like his cartoons, he's got a collection of just cartoons. Oh, and the little cutie story called Ojibway. Click the link to Amazon. And there's also some other little children's books in Ojibway and a couple of coloring books. And he was just busy drawing. And so he's got some books for sale. And then there's also a couple of, I didn't know I'd be starting the show with a commercial, but you can get like a BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO Ojibway reference guide. And it's got some photographs and some cartoons. And then just quick lookups like, what's the word how do you say Monday in Ojibway? You can order a book like that too. Or, so anyway, we get emails that says, yeah, guess what? You're going to get some money in the bank in a few days. And we're like, yeah, how much? We want to start spending it. It's like, just wait and see. It's like, okay. Thank you. I want to say thanks, Amazon, but it's really thanks to the viewers who help support us so much. We appreciate you. Wisakode Winini is a person of mixed ancestry. And this is your gibberish cartoon moment for gibberish, I guess. So let's see what's going on here. Is Babe the Blue Ox a girl? I always thought it was a boy. Babe. Yeah, I think he is a boy, actually. But hey, it's 2021. Don't you say boys can't have babies? It's the birth thing. Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is an abomination, if you ask me. Brandy Marie says, yep, that's me, mixed. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah. They call us mutts. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a purebred. Ooh. Whenever somebody tells me that their dog is a purebred, I'm like, oh, you're racist. Why? Why? Is it so much better just to be of one race? You know, those mutts are usually better. They have nicer personalities. You know? If you're a mixed ancestry and you're a dog, you know, you're usually pretty smart. And I think you're even more resilient. You got to mix it up. Or you end up looking like the, the royal family. If you don't, mix up your genes at all, you end up with cross-eyed kids. So I think it's good to be a Wisakode Winini. Be a person of mixed ancestry. You know? We could do a whole show on the Métis. On the Turtle Mountain Ojibway. Turtle Mountain is really mixed with the French culture. A lot of French people up there. A lot of fiddle players and, like the French fur trader types. They snagged up all the Ojibwe ladies right away. And so they became Turtle Mountain. And it's a pretty cool... They've got their own words for stuff that's kind of a mix of French and Ojibwe. It's an interesting place. Hokahe. Wisakode Winini. And what else we got going on here? Oh, it's the thank you for the weather. Miigwech easy way buck. Thank you for the weather. Should I go outside and say a little prayer? And I can get you money to do for the weather?
Sure. You want me to teleport you?
Sure. Would you mind?
Not at all.
I'm just going to step outside for a minute, put out a little tobacco, and I'm going to say, Miigwech easy way buck. Thank you for the weather, Kichimanadu. Because even if it rains, or if it's sunny, or if it's hot, or if it's cold, you got to thank them for the weather, because, we kind of need all kinds of weather. Okay, so, sweetie, whenever you're ready, want to teleport outside? Nah.
All right, sweetie, hold still.
Okay.
One to teleport. Hello.
Hi, sweetie, it's Natasha.
Hi, honey. Did you make it outside okay?
Yep, I'm fine.
All right. You're going to just say a little quick prayer and then come back?
Yeah, I'll call you when I need you to pick me up.
All right.
Okay, over and out.
Yeah, okay, over and out.
So, let me see, I got a little tobacco here, a little sema. I'm going to say, get your mana do. Otapanaman niwi asema. Great Spirit, please accept my tobacco. Miigwech easy way buck. Thank you for the weather. Ape inge. Amen. Right? Sometimes a prayer could just be that simple. Sometimes you can just put a little tobacco up before you go on a car ride and just say, get your mana do. Please keep me safe, Miigwech. I'm a big fan of the one phrase prayer. Why not? Oh, give me strength. Help me, Lord. And then, and I guess that's good. Oh, it's a beautiful day. It's cooled off a little bit. Since we got the rain and the grass has gotten a little greener. All right. Well, I think I'll go home. Bloop.
Hello.
Hi, sweetie. It's Natasha.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm pretty good.
You ready to come back?
Yeah. Would you teleport me back to the studio?
You got it. Hang tight.
Okay.
1 to teleport home. In 3, 2, 1. Hey, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, sweetie. Miigwechka, Ojibway bug. Thank you for the weather. And, I don't know. You think I've hijacked the show enough for for an intro?
You could take the whole hour as far as I care.
No, I'm going to let you get up here. The show is called BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, not BOOZHOO Natasha. Come on. All right, you guys. I just wanted to stop in and say BOOZHOO and introduce the star of the show, NanaBOOZHOO. Do you want me to play a song or something to do the transition?
Yeah, would you mind?
Okay. Don't know what this is, but don't know how to get you up. Hey, you know what we could do?
What's that?
How about you teleport me away, and I'll start the song, and then you can teleport yourself in and be part of the video.
You think that'll work?
I don't know.
All right, go ahead and try.
Sweetie, will you teleport me? Oh, I know. Will you teleport me to... No, you don't teleport me anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, up next is NanaBOOZHOO. Now, please welcome... No, I do need to get teleported away. Thank you for listening. Miigwech Bizadarieg. I will see you again. Gigawa Minawa. Sweetie, will you teleport me away?
Okay. Hey, can you go to the kitchen and get me a cup of coffee?
Yeah, I'll just teleport me to the kitchen. I'll get you some coffee, sweetie.
Okay, thanks.
All right, see you later.
But it's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, and you'll never forget it. One day, when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. And one day, when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. Now so it goes, or so they say, time's like a mountainscape. Well, I don't know, but I can't complain. God knows I've got my own escape. And sometimes I just might, even in the middle of the night. Well, sometimes and someday, sometimes, well, I wake and bake. But it's got nothing to do with you. I've got no one, still you won't do. And after today I'd say we are quite through. But I know you won't break down, you won't miss a step, you won't be around, and you'll never regret it. One day, when I'm old and gray, I might look back and say that these were the golden days. And one day, when I'm old and I'm gray, I might look back and say this was the price I paid. Even in the middle of the day, Stephen grins a little, so they say. Sometimes, well, I wake and bake. Okay. How you doing? I was learning. Bonjour, I was learning. How you doing? Welcome back to the show. I'm a mutt too. German, French, Dutch, Irish, and Cherokee. Couldn't tell you much about any of them. Yeah. I was learning a little bit of everything. Okay. Wisakore Winini. A person of mixed ancestry. You know. I'm not impressed with purebloods. Oh, look at me. I'm an FBI. I'm a full-blooded Indian. Oh, good for you. I guess that makes you a red supremacist. Oh, he's a full-blood. Oh, let him go first. He's a pure breed. He's a full-blood. Oh, how much Indian are you? You ever get that one? You know, people always ask you what you are. It's like, hey, what are you? You look like you might be, I don't know, what, Italian? What are you, a Middle Easterner? You get that a lot too, huh? Michael's Wisakode Winini. What are some of the races people have asked you are? Well, I get Native, but I also get Italian. Somebody asked me if I was Egyptian once. And one time when I was in my 20s, I got called like a Mexican racial slur. Really, what they call you? Like Jose or something. They're like, go home, Jose. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. When you're mixed, you can look like anything, you know. But yeah. Oh, I'm full-blooded. Oh, I'm only a quarter. Oh, I'm only 1/32. You know. Indian people don't ask that very often. They never say, "Oh, how much Indian are you?" You know. But sometimes non-Indian people will want to know that. Oh, you're an Indian? That's great. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. It was a difficult accomplishment. I put a lot of hard work into it, and then I became Indian. So thank you for complimenting me. And then they'll go, well, how much are you? Why do you want to know? I'm just wondering if you got per caps. You know, how do you finance your lifestyle? It's like, what? You know. Oh, how much are you? How much is that doggy in the window? Where is he enrolled? 1, 2, 3, 4. When midnight comes, I'll be at you. You know that song, John, I'm Only Dancing?
Yeah.
I think he's talking about drinking and drugs.
What? I thought he was talking about dancing. And he liked a girl, and he was telling his friend John, he's only dancing. It's no big deal.
Well, yeah, but how about that line you just said? The gray goose is gone, got a lion on my hand, and a Charlie on my back.
Yeah, what does that mean? The gray goose is gone, got a lion on my hand, and a Charlie on my back. It's just nonsense.
No, gray goose is a type of vodka.
It is?
Yeah. He has a line on his hand. He's got a line of cocaine. You know, that's how they do cocaine. They put a line on their hand. And then he says he's got a Charlie on his back. Charlie could be like an addiction. They used to say he's got a monkey on his back. But that song was big right after the Vietnam War. And they used to call in the Vietnam War, Charlie. I got Charlie at 2 o'clock. I got a Charlie on my back. And it could be like he's got an addiction, a monkey on his back. But he calls it Charlie for some reason. David Bowie was a little bit racist towards Asians. Because remember China Girl?
Yeah.
That song starts out with na 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 na. I could escape this feeling with my China girl. And you want to go, oh no, it's just a China girl. It's a girl made out of, China. Like a plate. Or whatever China is. But this is my fine China. It's a plate that we never eat off of. We put it in a display case for some reason. The good China. But no, he's talking about a Chinese woman. A woman from the country of China. From Wuhan. So my little China girl. You shouldn't mess with me. I'll ruin everything that you are. I'll give you television. I'll give you eyes of blue. I'll give you a man who wants to rule the world. And then he goes, and when I get excited, my little China girl, she says, oh baby, just you shut your mouth. Or mouse. Yeah, that's what she says. Just you shut your mouse. And it kind of makes fun of her accent. I'm not sure why I'm picking on David Bowie this morning.
I don't know. Did you want to show that one a gibberish cartoon with David Bowie?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on a second. When David Bowie died, we were all sentimental about just what a huge influence his music had on us, Here it is. Okay. So the gibberish cartoon that day when David Bowie died, that's got to be about 4 years ago now, was simply Miigwech. Thank you. Well, Jagag just loved that Changes One Bowie. Changes One. He was too cool to call it a greatest hits album, but that's what it was. Changes One. Changes, turn and face the strange. And these children that you spit on, as they try to change their world, they're immune to your consultation. They're quite aware of what they're going through. That was the beginning of The Breakfast Club. They quoted Changes by David Bowie.
Yeah. Do you want to tell the story of The Breakfast Club?
Nah. Everybody's seen that movie.
Well, probably not the kids.
You kids want to hear about the back in the days of the grandfathers? This is a story about history. Yesterday we talked about Dances with Wolves. And, or maybe that was the day before yesterday. It's really important that you know your history, children. This isn't for the adults watching. This is for the kids later. I would like to tell the story of a time back in history. The year was 1985. It was back in the days of the grandfathers. There were 5 kids who all got sent to Saturday in-school suspension. Before the woke mob took over the schools, and before they got used to giving out participation trophies, the people didn't used to care about hurting kids' feelings. They thought, if you misbehave in school, you have to be punished. They don't do that anymore. I don't know. They got rid of in-school suspension. But back in the days of the grandfathers, if you misbehaved, you might be punished by having to come into school all day on a Saturday and just sit there and not do anything. You're being punished for whatever you did. So there was one morning on a Saturday where these 5 kids showed up at the school to be punished for in-school suspension. There was the athlete, and And there was the princess, and there was the brain, and there was the goth girl, and there was the rebel. And they all showed up one by one. And they go in there, and they're in the library. And the mean principal comes out, and he's like, well, well, well. I want to commend you on your being on time. I'm so happy there aren't any Indians here today, because they'd all be on Indian time. And he goes, we're going to do a little something different today. You know, you're all in here for Saturday school suspension. You're all bad kids. But I'm going to have you write an essay of no less than 1,000 words of why you're here and who you think you are. Who do you think you are? And you will not sleep. And you will not, tell a bunch of stories, and no getting high in the back, and no dancing, and no falling in love with each other, and no learning something about yourselves, and no fights. You just write this essay. And then he goes, well, throughout the day, all these kids, they get to know each other. And, the rebel, his name was Bender. He kind of teases all the kids. He picks on a nerd. He's like, this is my impersonation of life at Brian's house, at this nerd's house. It's like, gee, Dad. Oh, honey, isn't our son lovely? Oh, sweetheart, he's just the best. Hey, son, let's go fishing. I said, gee, Dad, that'd be great. Oh, but I got homework to do. That's okay, son. You can do it on the boat. Isn't life swell, honey? Yes, sweetheart, life's great. And then they're like, oh, yeah? Well, what's your life like, Bender? He goes, oh, me? That's real simple. Lazy, stupid, no good, gosh darn son of a gun. Only he didn't clean it up like that. And then the mom was like, you forgot lazy and disrespectful. Shut up, lady! Go fix me a turkey pot pie. And then they learn, oh, geez, that Bender, he's just a mean guy because his parents are such weirdos. And he's all like, hey, this is what you get in my house when you spill paint in the garage. And you could see his dad had burned him with a cigar. Well, a bunch of stuff happens. And they get to know each other, and they share some of their feelings, and they try to escape, and they run around. And then there's some cool music. And it turns out that nobody has it easy at home. They're all worried about becoming their parents. They say, when I grow up, I don't want to be like my parents. And little Allie Shady, she's just like, it's inevitable. When you grow up, your heart dies. And they all feel so sad. But eventually Bender, he ends up in the closet with the princess. And they're all like, hey, man, we should hook up. And she's like, oh, man, I can't believe it. Me, the rich girl from the other side of the tracks, and you, some greasy trailer trash. Because, hey, it's true love. And she gave him a diamond earring. And they fell in love. And then the athlete, he was in there for taping, I don't know, I guess sexually assaulting a boy in the locker room by taping up his buns. It was pretty dark. But he hooks up with the girl with dandruff, the artist with dandruff. And Brian ends up writing the letter. And he's like, dear, principal, you asked us to do this essay and telling us who we think we are. What do you care? You see us how you want to see us. You see us as a criminal and a princess, as the athlete and the basket case and the brain. That's how we saw ourselves. We were brainwashed, man. Brainwashed by your, we don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. I mean, he didn't say that, but essentially, that was a feeling of the 80s. And then, in the end, Bender goes walking on the football field. And even though he has to come back the next week because he's still in trouble, he got the girl, and they all learned something about themselves. They learned that they weren't just those labels, but they were all, in fact, the criminal, the princess, the basket case, the athlete, and their brain. They were the Breakfast Club. Hey, 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 hey! Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, good story! And this is the story of the Breakfast Club. And how, I don't know, how 80s kids kind of related to each other. That's kind of true about that movie. I know, that's what I like about it. It reminds me, there was a time before phones and stuff. And the kids were very different. You kind of had an identity based on the music you liked. People weren't talking about identifying as genders. They identified as cliques, Hey man, I'm a brain. Oh, I'm a princess. I'm an athlete. But then, we were all going through the same thing at the same time. And everybody was a little bit of all that. What clique would you have been in when you were in high school? When I was in high school, I was probably most like Ali Sheedy. You were a basket case? Well, I liked to wear black, and I would draw, and I was kind of quiet. I was probably most like Ali Sheedy. Although, I was more popular than that. Yeah. Were you a loner? No, I had a lot of friends. So I was sort of somewhere in between. Well, isn't that the point of the movie? What's that? Well, that we're all of them. Like I was a lot like Ali Sheedy, but I was also the princess. I was popular and all that. But I was also a little bit like Bender. Yeah, I was a lot like Bender. I wasn't that troubled, but I dressed like that. And I smoked cigarettes and had a diamond earring. Yeah. But I was also I was a nerd. I was a speech nerd and into science fiction and stuff. And I was probably smart. Yeah, I was smart. I was smart, but I got bad grades. I was into nerdy stuff like science fiction and Kiss and Dungeons and Dragons. But I didn't know I was a nerd. I thought I was a rebel and a cool guy. Because I had friends, and but when I look back, I was like, no, I was really into nerdy stuff. And my friends were all nerds. Yeah, that's how you can kind of tell what clique you were actually in. Think about the friends you spent the most time with. Yeah. You'll know your clique by the company you keep. I actually heard this once that be careful who you surround yourself with. You become sort of an average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So there have been times in my life where my friends were constantly in crisis and just losers. I mean, not losers, but, losing at the game of life, getting into trouble with the law, getting into trouble with their relationships, health problems, money problems, employment problems, And I had, a lot of problems at the same time. We were constantly just in crisis mode. And then there were times in my life when I kind of hung around with go-getters and up-and-comers, like when I started college. My brother and all his college friends, they had jobs and taking classes and hustling. And you start hustling yourself. And if you just hang around with people who aren't going anywhere, you don't go anywhere. That's why I hang around with you, sweetie. Why? Because you're an up-and-comer. I'm gonna ride your coattails to success.
I gotta ride my coattails, but I don't have any money.
What do you mean? We just got paid from Amazon.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right. Surround yourself by successful people, and you'll be successful. I don't mean just like financially successful people. If you want to be like somebody who's got a good girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, don't go looking for girls and boys. Hang out with people who have good relationships. Make friends. You want to be a married person? Just make friends with a bunch of married people. That'll set you up with one of their friends. You know, if you want to be like in a rock band, make friends with drummers. It's hard to find a drummer. Guitar players are a dime a dozen, but a drummer. But you know, make friends with people who are into the thing you're into, and pretty soon you'll become one of them. You know, that's part of the experience of being a Wisakode Winini. When you're a mixed race, you're going to find times in your life when you have to choose between your Indian friends and your white friends. Like in college, you know. There's the Indian Student Union. You know, they never said it was like no whites, but you know. College is surprisingly segregated. You know, for what it pretends to be. You know, there's like cliques in college. Well, the black students staying over here, the white students go there, the Indian students, it's like prison. You know, what gang are you in liberal arts college? But that's the beauty of being a mixed race too, you know. You can move around like that. You know, surround yourself with a bunch of white people if you want. Get along just fine. Yeah, man, my mom's a Norwegian or whatever. Go on to the res. Go hang with those cousins, you know. You move back and forth. Oh, poor me. I'm a mutt. Yeah, well, whatever. You know who else? Let's call this section of the show Great Wisakode Wininis in History. These are great people. We did a lot of research. Natasha and I were up really late researching this.
What are you talking about?
Okay, I haven't talked to you about this yet. These are the great people in history who are of mixed race. There was Mr. Spock from Star Trek. He was half human and half Vulcan. Who's another Wisakode Winini that you think was good?
There's Worf. Worf is half Klingon.
Oh yeah, Worf. Worf was half Klingon, half human.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Jack. Billy Jack was half and half.
Billy Jack, the karate motorcycle riding guy. Not everybody knows who Billy Jack is.
Oh yeah. Who else is a Wisakode Winini? A person of mixed ancestry. I think that's it. Everybody else is either Indian, white, or black, or Hispanic, or Asian. Oh, and Bob Marley.
Yeah, Bob Marley.
Bob Marley was half and half. He was half Jamaican and half, normal. Just kidding.
Don't be like that. That's racist.
Yeah, I'm a half-breed. I saw this black comedian once. He goes, yeah, I'm half Cherokee. Yeah, my dad was black. My mom was a Jeep. It's half Cherokee. Cherokee people. What's the BOOZHOO crew doing? I don't have a whole lot planned for today. You're asking me, will our love grow? Going in Cocaine Dancing. David Bowie, man. And these children that you spit on as they try to change their worlds. They're immune to your consultation. They're quite aware of what they're going through. Do you think the kids of today are aware of what they're going through?
Do kids ever know what they're going through? I don't know. I think it's different for them than it was for us.
How so?
Well, they've got so much social media stuff. And, we didn't have podcasts or... I don't know. We grew up so different that I almost don't relate to kids today.
You don't relate to kids today?
Well, I just wonder. I think it's so different for them now. I think, like, if they could teleport back to the 80s, they'd be freaked out.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they'd love it, but I think they'd be surprised that we acted way different.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like, just for one thing, like the album Changes. When you played an album in the old days, this is one big difference between just how people in the past listened to music compared to people now. This was the only photograph of David Bowie I had ever seen for like the first 6 months of listening to this album. I mean, maybe I'd seen pictures of Bowie. I don't know. I was so young when I got this album. So I probably saw a couple of pictures, but basically you listen to music and you have to listen to every song on an album because you don't want to skip a song. It's a record. It's too much trouble. So you learn to like songs just because you had to play them to get to the song you liked. Like I love the song Changes. But the album opens up with Diamond Dogs. So I had to learn to like Diamond Dogs. But I've listened to that album a million times. Kids today, they grow up in a time where they can just have access to countless music, just a whole catalog of Bowie at once. Not that they care about Bowie, but, I studied this album. I drew this cover. This album was beat up by the time I stopped listening to it when CDs came along. And now I never listen to anything except music from the computer or the phone. But, yeah, changes. A lot of people are saying we're going through changes now. Like society is changing. Like as a people, we're changing. It's not just a collapse. People don't really want to believe it. We say it, but is it really happening? Is there actually a collapse, an economic collapse? Is the country never going to go back to anything? Are we just changing into something new? Bowie talked about all this stuff. It was all about transgenderism and back in his days. Rebel, rebel, you torn your dress. Rebel, rebel, your face is a mess. Rebel, rebel, how could they know? You got your mother in a whirl. She's not sure if you're a boy or a girl. She's not sure if you're a boy or a girl. She can't even tell, your own mother. And then he says, hey, babe, your hair's all right. And we're not even sure if he's calling a man or a woman babe. That's, But maybe we are fundamentally changing as a people. Maybe we always have been. And there's no going back. And these kids are just totally different types of people than we are, or our parents were. Getting deep, man.
You're so deep.
What else is on this album? This ain't rock and roll. This is genocide. That's when I learned what genocide was from this album.
Really?
Yeah, I'd never heard the word genocide before Diamond Dogs. So I had to look it up. And when I was a kid, we didn't have the internet. You had to look it up in a dictionary. Genocide. What does that mean? Is that with a J or a G? And I was like, death of an entire generation. Huh? Whoa. My little 13-year-old mind just blew. This isn't rock and roll. It's genocide. This music is going to kill a generation. David Bowie destroyed us all. I just now understood David Bowie. What do you mean? When he said it was genocide, he was saying the message of transgenderism. You know, a lot of his songs are about the end of the world. But maybe it was just the end of the generations. If people stop reproducing, if boys are like baby-faced girls, and girls are like baby-faced boys, another Bowie lyric. You know, he was always singing about that, just gender bending. But the one thing that Bowie's dystopia kind of talked about, or didn't quite say out loud, was it was going to be the end of humanity. 5 years stuck on my eyes. Why would it be the end of humanity? Are the aliens going to come, or is it going to be us? We're going to change. We're going to stop falling in love. We're going to stop reproducing. We're going to stop getting married. No more families, no more children, no more babies. And it'll be genocide. We better have a baby, sweetie. You think we should have a baby? Yeah, I don't want to be responsible for genocide. We're supposed to be fruitful and multiply. Look at us. We're neither. You're not fruity? No, I'm not fruity and I'm not multiplying. I can't even divide. So what do you think? Should we have a baby? Yeah, maybe later. All right. Okay, la la la. Changes one, Bowie. Me Gwetch. If you're new to the show, you'll know today's Ojibwe word of the day. Me Gwetch. Thank you. Thank you, David Bowie, for scaring us into not having children. I think it was David Bowie's fault. It's totally David Bowie's fault why I started smoking cigarettes. Really? Yeah, he made it look so cool. I was posing. I think he's posing with... No, it's on Changes 2. He just poses on the album cover with a slit cigarette. It's like, yeah, that's good. You're a good role model for the kids, David Bowie. I don't know. Why don't you just take a picture of you shooting up heroin? I would have done that too. just a curmudgeon old man now. Oh, the kids are watching you. You should be a better example. I'm looking at you, rock stars. You have to be an example for the children. Cut your hair. Nah. Oh, I'm one to talk. Rebel, rebel, you torn your dress. Hey, sweetie. Yeah? You got a phone call. Oh, really? You want to put them on, line 2? Yep, line 2. Hello, caller. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. You're on the air. Hey there, NANABOOZHOO. Hey, Kermit. What's going on? Oh, not too much. Just wanted to check in and say I was, just enjoying your show. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out this morning talking about David Bowie or, Did you ever see the Breakfast Club? Oh, yeah, I remember watching the Breakfast Club way back in the day. I went there in a drive-in theater. Yeah, a lot of people don't remember drive-in theaters. Do you want to tell the kids of today what a drive-in theater was, Kermit? Well, I'd be happy to. Back in the old days, or as NANABOOZHOO might say, the children would get in their cars and they would go to a theater outdoors. It was called a drive-in theater. And you could watch a movie right from your car. Yeah. And so you went to a drive-in theater to watch the Breakfast Club, huh? Yeah, I sure did. And then I got so drunk. Yay!
Yay!
Dude, nobody wants to hear about you drinking in a drive-in theater. That's not what those drive-in theaters are for.
Are you sure? Because it seemed like everybody was drinking in their cars. And, we'd just be passing bottles around. It was great. Yay!
Dude, this is a children's show. You shouldn't be telling drinking stories.
Oh, man, I got so wasted.
Okay. So anyway, what can I do for you today?
Oh, I was wondering if I could teach the Ojibwe word of the day.
You want to teach Ojibway word of the day?
If it's not too much to ask.
Oh, sure. Let's see. What's an Ojibway word we got going on? How about Wisaduke Winini?
Wisaduke Winini. Wisaduke Winini. It's a person of mixed ancestry, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Wisaduke Winini. Wisakode Winini. Why am I calling her a Wisaduke?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Wisakode Winini.
Yeah, Wisakode Winini. I don't know what a Wisaduke is. It sounds like you're taking a duke.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty funny. Wisakode Winini, a person of mixed ancestry. I'm of mixed ancestry.
Oh, is that right?
Yep, that's right. I'm part frog, and I'm also part no, okay, it's not true. I'm just 100% frog.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. So both your parents are frogs?
Yep, that's right. Oh, but I suppose if Miss Piggy and I have a child, then my child would be a person of mixed ancestry, or a Wisakode Winini.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, if you and Miss Piggy have a some sort of half-breed frog pig abomination, you could call it a Wisakode Winini.
Yeah, I can't wait to reproduce with that pig.
Yeah, that's quite a... How is that going, by the way?
Not well.
No, she's still abusive?
Well, only when she drinks.
How often does she drink?
Every day.
Dude, I told you before, you don't have to put up with that. I don't know why. There comes a point where it's as much your fault if you're being abused as it is her fault. You know. Who buys her the booze that she's drinking every day?
I do.
Yeah. You know, Kermit, you've got more to offer a woman. You don't have to settle for Miss Piggy.
Oh, I love her though.
You love Miss Piggy.
She's my everything.
Yeah, I think you're codependent.
Codependent. Now what is that?
It's kind of like when you're addicted to somebody. I mean, I don't know what she has over you. Is she the first woman who ever showed you any attention?
Yeah, that's true. She is the first one who ever loved me the way she does.
Yeah, I don't think she loves you. I think she's just using you. Kermit, you are the star of the Muppet Show. You are essentially, you're a huge star. Miss Piggy is... You're on a whole different level. You could do better than Miss Piggy. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, well, you don't know. You don't know what it's like. I mean, sometimes she's okay.
Yeah, well, it's your life. If you ever change your mind, though, you know where you can always crash. I want you to call me if things change. You need a place to stay.
I sure will. Thanks for the offer.
All right. You know what? I better get moving here. I think it's been over an hour.
Okay. Well, hey, can I just say, I will see you again. Gigawabamin, min, Minowa.
Hey, that's real good. Gigawabamin, min, Minowa, Kermit. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, okay. Yay!
Yep, see you later, Kermit. Wisakode Winini. Yeah, that Kermit, I think he's codependent with Miss Piggy.
Yeah, that is not a healthy relationship at all. She hits him. I've seen it.
Yeah. And he doesn't hit her back because, he's old school like that. I tell you, if that Miss Piggy ever hit me, I'd knock her out.
Would you really?
No. Would you knock her out?
I'd totally knock her out. I might start it. I would instigate a fight with Miss Piggy. Really? Yeah, I don't care. Tell Miss Piggy I'm looking for her. Hey, Miss Piggy, what's up? Natasha. Natasha's calling you out. Yeah, you're going to push around Kermit. Come here, try that with me. Yeah. Okay, well, hey. I think that's pretty good for a show, huh? Yeah, it's good. You want to go to Country Kitchen? Today would be a great day for Country Kitchen. We'll go get some eggs, and then we'll come back, and we'll take a nap. And then when we wake up from the nap, we can mow the lawn. You got the whole day planned out. I sure do. All right, you guys. Hey, Weesonese here. I just noticed. BOOZHOO, Weesonese. And Weesonese says, hit that thumbs up. Thank you. If you like the show, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to order a book by Michael Lyons, hit the clink. Hit the commissioner, what's his name? Commandant Clink. Commander Clink. Sergeant, whatever. Hogan's Heroes guy. Click the link if you'd like to order some books. We also have a Patreon page and a GoFundMe. I almost don't even want to ask you guys for money because I'm just so glad you show up. So don't feel pressured into it. I'm a terrible salesman. But mostly I just want to say, miigwech kanawabi egg. Thank you for watching. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I'm NANABOOZHOO. I will see you again. Gigo Abamin. Minowa.
Yeah, let's get out of here. All right. Yeah, I'll see you later.